Joining us now, Director of the Press Freedom Initiatives at The Washington Post, Jason Rezaian. He was wrongfully imprisoned in Iran for 544 days while serving as the Washington Post Tehran correspondent. All right, so I just heard Phil say that what the protesters want is anything that will further weaken the regime. Does that include U.S. intervention?
Katie, I think it's the question of the hour, and I don't think that there's a simple yes or no answer to that. Over the years that I've been covering Iran, there have been moments when the people of Iran have, called for U.S. intervention. I'm thinking specifically about following the invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq. But every time I talk to people about this, they would say, well, can't they do it a little differently here? Can't they just, topple the government and let us take over? And I try to explain to people that's not usually how these things work. So I do think that, a kinetic strike by the U.S. is clearly possible. President Trump has said it's possible. Last summer, during the 12-day war between Israel and Iran, obviously he stepped in and we bombed a key Iranian nuclear facility. So, it's quite possible that something like that would happen, but I don't know how that sets back the regime in terms of repressing people. And, if they were to go after targets inside cities like Tehran, where most officials live, the potential civilian death toll in a situation like that would be massive. So I don't think that military options are the best case scenario, nor do I think this time around that negotiating any sort of deal, which is the other thing that President Trump has been talking about, is a great scenario. I think what people are looking for inside of Iran right now is a way out from underneath the thumb of an incredibly repressive system that has been destroying their lives for 47 years. And unfortunately, that's not the sort of thing that history has proven can be imported from abroad.
Yeah, it's also not easy to affect internally either without a lot of violence. What about the military here? Even if the regime, the mullahs and the Shah and the supreme leader were removed, where does that leave the military?
I think that's the other really critical question at this moment. And, we haven't seen any defections from any aspect of the military in a credible way that would say that they've sort of peeled off from the system and are now supporting protesters. I think that there's also a lot of concern that if the clerical element of the regime were to be stripped away, that the Revolutionary Guard Corps could still very easily fill a power vacuum. So I'm sad to say that there aren't a lot of great options in the very short term. But I'm also, exhilarated by the resilience and bravery of the Iranian people. And I think that the rest of the world owes it to them to elevate their demands, but also help them find a way to reach what it is that they're looking for, and that's a free and open society.
All right, Jason Rezaian, really good to have you. Hard questions, no easy answers here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.